Benjamin, I saw an ad the other day. I think it was on IG. The Uganda Sevens.
Yeah,
did you see that?
They qualified for the World Cup.
Correct.
Yes, they're improving in leaps and bounds, to be honest. It's just a matter of time before they start kicking our bums.
Did you see that? Uganda Sevens. And I'm sure they're getting a lot of support from their unions.
Of course, the union is doing very well. They aren't where they should be.
Right.
But, of course, with good performance, they'll attract a lot of attention. What? Which they already are.
Uganda 7.
Yes. Imagine. Soon they'll be, like you said, they'll be beating us. And we're the legendary, other than South Africa, these bokkers, the junior bokkers, baby boks.
The seven boks.
Oh my God. I mean, it's pathetic, Benjamin. Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel...
I stopped feeling frustrated, Jeff, because frustration is something you can do something about.
Right.
Unfortunately for us, like I said, I think maybe our roles have got to change. We've got to stop being in the back burner.
Yeah.
And just say that we want to run the sport as it ought to be. Hoping that the clubs also, because the clubs are the ones who elect these leaders. And there is a bad culture that got into rugby when Maggie became chairman, and now people buy votes and stuff like that. It's sickening.
Completely.
And you know, with sports, it's not like politics. With sport, the result is seen and is seen then.
Yeah.
And you're answerable to the whole country. You know, somebody meets me in the streets when we've lost, and he asks me, why did we lose? What am I about to tell him? Oh, you know, I didn't have, my players weren't paid.
Right.
No.
He wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I take responsibility. I said we played badly, and that's the reason.
Yeah.
And no, he walks off saying you better play well because we're looking up to you. He doesn't even care how you're going home then.
No.
But you're representing them, and I keep telling the players, you're representing everybody in this country. Those that insult you, those that don't care about you, those that hate on you, because there will be,
right,
and those that really love you can kill for you. So you've got a huge responsibility. Yeah.
And what do you, when you sit down with Collins and Humphrey and Oyo and everyone, Monday, what do you discuss right now? What do you say? Are you saying, you know what? How can we be top 5 again?
That is something that the players would really want to do. That they would really want to be top back there. Humphrey, of course, having retired from the national team and only recently elected as the athletes representative in the National Olympic Committee, should play a bigger role in that team. When I had my coaching team was quite good. And I told the union, I know you don't like me, and I don't expect you to like me, but keep the guys that I've worked with, which was Paul Murunga as my assistant, Kimani as the strength and conditioning. They've just gotten him back.
Okay.
Mito Nongalo was the manager, and I'd wanted Humphrey to come on board to assist with the coaching, so that when I left, then Murunga would do 2 years and leave it for Humphrey, because there's continuity then.
Right.
And that was my advice to them, but they thought wiser. So I think the wisdom is a little short now.
And when you see someone like Mike Friday, because you mentioned Mike, who coached our team, now is coaching the US team, which is top 5, I think, now.
Yes, they're 5th now.
And they were nowhere before, let's face it.
No, Mike is a very good coach, to be honest. Yeah, I had my tiff with him because he's a PR guy. I don't like guys who take advantage of our guys. And
right.
We know where we came from. He's a very, very good coach. You can't take that away from him.
Yes.
And he's one of the most frustrated guys around about Kenya Sevens. Right. You'd imagine that now he's got a good job with the US. He knows what the country can produce, and he's seeing it not happening because of factors that the players cannot avoid. And when I talk to him, he's a very frustrated job
for us.
Yeah, for us, and he's got a job. You see?
Can you imagine?
Yeah. So you can imagine that happening.
You know, this is pathetic.
We're a top side, Jeff. We are a top side.
Pound for pound, yes.
1-on-1 in the field. Nobody can match our players. None of them.
Even Fiji?
None.
New Zealand?
Completely none. We annihilate everybody. level playing field will annihilate anyone at any time.
Yeah.
If this is gotten right. Look at the South African side. Individuals work very hard. A coach who really cares about his players. That's all you need.
Yes.
Yeah, and a union that takes care of his people.
And that team, every week, the way they showed up to play, they played. They played.
They do, because you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about, does that director not like me?
Yeah.
And is he going to influence the coach not to pick me the next time?
To bench me or whatever. Yes.
Yeah. And once your players are at peace, they'll perform. Kenyans are performers. And they're hungry to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hungry to make a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys have made a statement to the world, because even it's not just Las Vegas where you have the biggest crowd, but everyone shows up to see the Kenyans.
Yes. Everyone, yes. And in Wellington, when Wellington was really big, there are two sides that were supported majorly. It was the Kenyan side and the New Zealand side. In fact, when Kenya played New Zealand, you didn't know who's going to score if you're outside the stadium, because it would draw just as much when a Kenyan had a football in his hand, and the New Zealander had, and that is amazing.
When you guys are off the field, Wellington, when you're off the field and you're hanging out with these other players, and coaches, what do they all tell you?
I don't speak much to coaches. I've got very few friends in the circuit. I did have very few friends in the circuit. Of course, Mike, because of his relationship with Kenya, is a bit of a quiet guy, but very interesting. Talk technical stuff. Ben Ryan is a good friend. We talk a lot more. So those are the guys I interact with most. The players, of course, mingle in their own way, because we stay in the same hotels, we use the same facilities, so they make friends there. It's just about what happens in your career. How, of course, they talk about remuneration. What kind of motivation do you got?
Absolutely.
What chances?
I can hear our boys talking about
tomorrow I'm going to work.
Or anytime the remuneration comes up, they excuse themselves.
Yeah, actually, it's true what you say. We're very shy to talk about how much we're paid.
They excuse themselves and leave. Coach Benja,
yes.
What's the future of rugby? Do we have academies?
Future of rugby is huge in Kenya. And that's the pity about all this, and the reason why I think I've got to regroup amongst those that are rugby enthusiasts, proper rugby enthusiasts. Think of how we're going to direct this. The energy is a lot. Because of the Sevens team, a lot more kids are playing. A lot more parents are allowing the kids to play because they see the chance of the kids being superstars. Yeah. So what's happening is the game has grown so big, the rugby union cannot be able to handle it. The future is tremendous. So the likes of myself, who've been sitting on the periphery, have to start being decision makers.
The Hot Breakfast with Jeff and Jalango.